Right now at 5, 9 tornadoes were reported in Wisconsin and Minnesota yesterday. Coming up, more on the heavy damage and Governor Evers' state of emergency declaration. And a legal defense fund is set up to fund fees for Judge Hannah Dugan. Coming up, more on her upcoming trial.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. The cleanup continues after severe weather slammed the Midwest. At least 9 tornadoes were reported in Wisconsin and Minnesota yesterday. Heavy damage could be seen in Dodge County. Governor Tony Evers touring the damage today and Mayville's mayor declaring a state of emergency there. The weather was so severe, at one point up to 300,000 were without power in Minnesota and Wisconsin. One sheriff describing his encounter with a tornado.
This was a rain-wrapped tornado. I was coming towards Juneau at the time. I could not see it, and certainly very frightening for me trying to approach.
Well, with that behind us today, what does our weekend weather look like? Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
News is we don't have any severe weather going on throughout pretty much the next 7 to 8 days, look like all the way through Memorial Day. But the bigger story this weekend is much cooler conditions. Those 80s we had last weekend are pretty much gone. We're going to be in the 60s, 50s even. So that's going to be the bigger difference as we go throughout. Right now we still got the front that's coming through. That's creating a little bit of shower and thunderstorm east of the area, even some stronger storms in eastern Wisconsin right now. But we're seeing more showers beginning to wrap around this really deep, large surface low pressure that's rotating around in northern Minnesota. So that's what we're going to see for the evening hour right now. Bigger picture shows that low continues to wrap up. It's actually going to start producing more snow as you go further north into northern Minnesota. But that's what we're going to see over the next several days is the impact from that. And tonight it's going to be off and on showers throughout the night. We'll start to see a little bit more uptick, I think, as we go throughout the evening hours and especially overnight. That'll be the thing. It's not going to all night type rain and the amounts won't be that significant, but you will see that off and on, especially after about 10 to about 2 a.m. The other story will be the winds too. They'll continue breezy tonight, so temperatures will get back down into the upper 40s, near 50 in some areas, which is pretty close to where we will be. But overall, going forward, the temperatures cool this weekend, and they're really not going to change much next weekend, cool conditions, but we do have more rain coming next week, so we'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Greg. And don't forget, you can track weather 24/7 with the First Warn weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play. Authorities are asking for information in a La Crosse shooting. It happened yesterday on the 900 block of 5th Avenue. Police say one person was hurt but should be okay. 28-year-old Deontay Booth has been identified as a person of interest. This is his mugshot from March. Now, if you know about his whereabouts, you're asked to call La Crosse Crime Stoppers. First responders put their skills to the test today at Gunderson's Trauma Symposium. So how does this benefit the community? News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the answer.
This afternoon, first responders worked through traumatic scenarios to make sure they're prepared for whatever comes their way. The training included a triage simulation where first responders assessed patients with mock injuries both in and out of the hospital. It also included a mock crime scene hosted by the La Crosse Police Department. Participants had the opportunity to assess a crime scene, ask questions, and take notes. Lieutenant Corey Brandel says the training improves the way first responders work together.
They get on scene and have concern that something suspicious or something violent happened or somebody was victimized, that they can work with law enforcement. It just continues the partnership, increases communication so that we can better serve the community.
The event also featured learning sessions like emergency care for the Amish and types of traumatic agricultural injuries. Gunderson will hold another symposium next year with new scenarios. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, Grace. A legal defense fund has been set up to fund legal fees for Judge Hannah Dugan. She's accused of helping an undocumented man evade ICE agents and an arrest. The state Supreme Court suspended Dugan following her arrest. Her trial starts next month. Second graders at Spence Elementary got to show off their business skills at their school's market day. The vibrant marketplace, run entirely by second grade students, provided a powerful hands-on learning experience, letting students explore budgeting, pricing, customer service, and more.
It gave an opportunity for kids to create a business without having to spend any money of their own. And so the school district or the LPEF was able to provide that for them. So I think that's pretty powerful too.
Past student booths have included lemonade stands, handmade crafts, and even a mini nail salon. Well, a kickoff luncheon on the Westby Sit and Mai brought polka, Norwegian culture, and good food together today. The Borgens Cafe hosted the kickoff for the 57th annual Westby Sit and Mai. In attendance were Westby city officials and the Seton Mai officials and royalty. The full festival runs through Sunday with celebrations and events throughout Westby. La Crosse's Human Services Department hosted a brat barn today. They're grilling brats and hamburgers to raise funds for local kids in foster care and child protection. La Crosse County social worker Kevin Henry mentioned how this will help families in the area.
We can also help with child protection and help families drive across states sometimes, and gas money and gas cards, again, just to create more opportunities for kids and parents and families to be together, and we do everything we can to support that.
The event wraps up at 6. La Crescent fourth graders dove into water education today. It happened at La Crescent Hoka Elementary School. Students learned about all things water, from aquatic invasive species to conservation.
Well, I mean, you think about water in our lives, it touches everything we do. Next generation of kids, helping them learn about where their water comes from, how pollutants impact their water, things they can do every day to help protect water is really important. So.
Officials hope youngsters realize how their actions can protect local water resources. Logan High School students took part in a history hunt today. They hit downtown to solve puzzles and chat up local business owners to uncover stories from the city's past.
Well, I think that we're all connected to the past. I know in my World War II unit, at the end, we have pictures of people that went to Logan that died during the war. And there are a lot of last names that are still last names of students that go to Logan.
Dozens of volunteers, teachers, and local organizations were behind the year's event. New Jersey Transit train engineers have gone on strike. Coming up, more on the impacting nearly 350,000 riders. And a new cafe opens at the Onalaska YMCA. But don't worry, you don't need a membership.
It's the Memorial Day sale at Home Sleep Express. Get 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Get this Aurora Queen or this Jewel Pillow Top Queen, your choice, for just $8.99. The Memorial Day mattress sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today
a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
They've ruined our economy. President Trump is fixing it. Trump's plan? Middle-class tax cuts, job-creating tax cuts, tariffs that bring home American jobs, slashing waste, fraud, and abuse, increasing American energy production, bringing down prices. We're already seeing results. The cost of living's coming down. Inflation and gas prices at 4-year lows. Wages are up, and we're creating American jobs. Tell Congress this is a good deal for America. Support President Trump's plan to get our economy back on track.
Create a home that feels good and looks good with Drew and Jonathan Home. Now at Home Furniture. Whether your style leans casual, refined, modern, or a little bit of everything, find quality pieces to bring your vision to life.
Shop Drew and Jonathan Home at all Home Furniture locations.
New Jersey Transit train engineers are on strike, the move impacting nearly 350,000 riders. Wages are the main sticking point in the strike. Right now, union members make $113,000 a year. They're reportedly looking for $170,000.
But all we're asking for is just to try to get a fair contract so our workers, their families can also do a little better than they have. So that's all we're really asking for here, and we hope this is not a long strike.
The last time there was a transit strike was in 1983. That one lasted about a month. Republicans are trying to move forward with a budget reconciliation bill. It's the one chance they have to pass a spending bill with a simple majority of Republican votes. CBS's Erica Brown has more details from Capitol Hill.
President Trump's budget package, which he calls one big beautiful bill, hit a major setback Friday in the Republican-controlled House Budget Committee.
Mr. Chair, on the vote, there were 16 ayes and 21 noes.
5 Republicans joined Democrats in voting against advancing the bill out of the committee. Several hardline conservatives walked out during the proceedings, trying to force a recess that would buy time to negotiate. The GOP holdouts say the bill doesn't go far enough to cut federal spending in order to rein in the deficit.
Everything in Washington, D.C., you've got your lobbyists, you've got your special interests. It's money. I mean, I've had everybody call me. It's money. I get that. But it's money we don't have to spend. It's not that difficult.
Republican leaders plan to continue negotiations through the weekend, but with every concession to conservative demands, they risk losing support from moderates. The bill is central to President Trump's economic agenda. It includes trillions of dollars in tax cuts, with spending boosts for the U.S. military and border security, partly paid for by steep cuts to federal health, education, and environmental programs.
The president's been following all this very closely. I know he's coming back from a foreign trip, so he's going to be actively engaged, as he has the whole way through this process.
Speaker Mike Johnson says he wants to pass the bill out of the House before Memorial Day. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A military parade in D.C. to mark the Army's anniversary could cost up to $45 million. That's the word from an Army spokesperson. The parade is set to take place on June 14th. That's the same day as Trump's 79th birthday. Well, Costco is joining the Buy Now, Pay Later bandwagon. It's partnering with payment platform Affirm. Members can use Affirm to pay for purchases priced from $500 to $17,000. The installment option is only available online. Well, we'll have more news ahead, but first.
Well, tonight we're going to deal with the showers too that'll be going on, but for Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be cool, cloudy, and definitely not like May-like type weather, especially what we had last weekend. We'll break all down what the temperatures look like and when we actually might finally reach back to 70 coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like $1 off assorted Mobil 1 automotive grease. Save $30 on this 90-piece Milwaukee pack-out bit set. And assorted brake, steering, and suspension parts 15% off. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Visit HometownChevy.com.
It's deer season.
Already? Nice knowing you. We gotta hide.
No, not that deer season. Deer season. It's that time of year when you can get $3,000 off at an authorized John Deere dealer.
A deer season that saves bucks?
That's right.
It's deer season, now through June 2nd.
Visit Tractor Central today to find out why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
It's a John Deere day.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, good news. Now you can grab a coffee with your workout at the Onalaska YMCA. Grounded Onalaska celebrated its grand opening with a ribbon cutting today at the R.W. Hauser Family Branch. According to the Y staff, the new cafe brings coffee, food, and a community gathering space to the heart of the Y.
So we have met with Maria and her Grounded staff to bring some options that are higher in protein, have some super greens in them, and different options, electrolytes for after sports, so that our Y members can really replenish after their workouts.
And no membership is required to visit the new coffee shop. Well, you might be needing hot coffee this weekend instead of those iced coffees because we're cooling down. Let's send it over to Greg for the latest on our weekend forecast.
Yeah, definitely. It may not be as big extreme if we were been already in the 60s and 70s, but since we've had a nice stretch of 80s too, and even today got up to the mid to upper 70s, this week is definitely going to feel kind of cool, even chilly in some areas with that northwest wind that'll be blowing too. So we're going to get through this, but overall we still have showers tonight. It's not going to be an all-night type rain. Rain amounts will be light, but you might have to deal with that. Breezy conditions, that'll be the story going all the way through Saturday too. We won't have too much away. It may be a sprinkle or shower Saturday, but most areas will remain dry. The good news on Sunday is more sunshine. The temperature may come up a little bit, especially further south you go, but still below average, where we should be in the low to mid 70s. We won't be touching the 70s this weekend for a good part of next week too. Now overall, all this precipitation will be coming through, just light showers. Sprinkles will be really the thing to look at. I think you'll see an uptick in activity once we get past about 10 p.m. as the low really gets probably the closest it'll be right in this area where we'll start seeing expansion of this light rain or light showers come through. So 10 a.m., it's going to be 10 p.m. to about 2 a.m. is probably when you'll see most of the rainfall. By the time you wake up, a lot of it's pretty much going to be done with. The winds will be continuing. The cloud cover will be there in the morning hours, and we're not going to see much in the way of that cloud cover moving out until we really get to Saturday night or even Sunday. Overall, the temperatures tonight, there's your temperatures tomorrow. These were actually cooler than we've had lows here in the last couple days. 50s, even upper 40s to low 50s, so definitely cool, cloudy. The good news with Saturday, still looking dry, but definitely you'll need the jacket out there compared to what we've had for the last couple days. As the winds go, there's going to be gusting overnight, probably around 30. We'll drop off a little bit tonight, but then they'll start increasing. And you notice as you go further north, they're not quite as strong because they're closer to that low. Further south you go, outside of that low, that's where we're going to see the stronger winds. And by the time you wake up, 25 to 30 gusts, and these gusts will continue in the afternoon time frame. So you'll see that occasionally. The higher wind speeds will be in the higher elevations as you would typically expect. They will start to drop off by the time we get to Saturday evening, and then going into Sunday. The bigger news is they'll be light and kind of out of the north. So that's a positive news. But Sunday morning could be quite chilly. Some areas could get in the 30s if we kind of clear out a little bit and the winds lighten up. Most areas will be in the 40s, so it will be kind of chilly waking up for Sunday. Better news for Sunday, as I mentioned, temperatures getting closer, mid to upper 60s, light winds. We'll have more sun, especially further south of I-90. As you go further north, unfortunately, the cloud cover sticks around a little bit there, so more into the low to mid 60s, but it will be an improvement over what we had on Saturday too. As we go to Monday too, it's still going to be cloudy now. Clouds come back in, temperatures cool back down, so another cool day to start the work week. Tuesday, Look at all these 50s here, 60s a little bit there. That's because we have a series of systems coming through that are going to provide precipitation starting with probably Monday night as an opportunity as two low pressure systems kind of come near our area, but they're going to stay to the south. But that will bring rainfall, periods of rain at least, all the way to probably Wednesday, maybe Wednesday night, and then we'll start seeing some improvements towards the tail end of next week. But we're going to see it as a wet period going through and some rainfall that we probably could use at least in the beginning. Otherwise, we might get back to 70 toward the end of next week. Our average by the time we get to next weekend, which would be Memorial Day weekend, is the mid-70s. And right now, if you're looking for Memorial Day weekend, looks about average, mid-70s. The rain chance a little bit here. We'll kind of nail it down better. But overall, we're not expecting any hot conditions or real cold conditions coming in that part.
Yeah, but tomorrow is definitely a drastic change.
It's a drastic change compared to what we had last weekend, which was 80s.
80s, now we're 59.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Greg. Still to come, cops were on the rooftops at two La Crosse Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Coming up, we'll tell you how it was for a good cause.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, think your sunscreen routine is enough? A local dermatologist shares some critical summer protection secrets that most people miss on Mindful Monday.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Get up to 60% off list prices
at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Like a modern chaise with storage that's also a sleeper. Relax and recline for just $495. Get a Sealy Queen mattress starting at $299.
Do not miss this one.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra.
Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
All new Sealy Posturepedic now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for $299. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 60-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. The Memorial Sale at Slumberland.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, did you see it today? Cops were on a Dunkin' Donuts rooftop for a good cause. They were raising money for the La Crosse area Special Olympics and special recreation. Officers hit the roofs at 431 Lang Drive and 1422 Losey Boulevard.
It helps support all the athletes, like getting to go to state and to all the tournaments for their sports they're all in.
Money will help pay for athletic events and resources, and I bet you those cops got extra free donuts today for doing that. We'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after the break.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Hey, Nick. What's your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call G&T. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Find huge savings up to 60% off throughout the store. And don't forget, you can trade in your old furniture for savings on something new. Plus, we'll haul it away and deliver your new furniture free. These deals only last through Memorial Day weekend, as we will be closed Memorial Day to remember and honor our nation's heroes. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day sale going on now.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
You can see it. His potential, that is. You see it even when he may not. You see that the things that spark his interest today will in time ignite the things he pursues tomorrow. And ultimately, help him reach new heights. All he needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities, unlimited opportunity.
All right, we'll have showers tonight, off and on. It's not going to be a steady rain all night, but you might need the umbrella. Definitely will probably need the jacket. Breezy conditions, and tomorrow the jacket may be needed, especially if you're used to 80s, because we're not going to get any close. 59, cooler even as you go further north, mid-50s with that wind blowing too. It would definitely won't even make it feel like in the 50s. A better day is Sunday, but still below average. And then we have wet conditions continuing Tuesday, Wednesday, but notice the temperatures, they just don't improve until we get to the end of next week.
This is May, everyone.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We'll see you right back here at 6.